Have you ever woken up stretched and felt that familiar stiffness in your joints, a little ache in your lower back that wasn't there 10 years ago? Or perhaps you've spent a lovely afternoon in the garden, only to find your legs feel as heavy as lead for the rest of the day. You might tell yourself, well, I'm not as young as I used to be. Many people do. They chalk up the dwindling energy, the need for an afternoon nap after simple chores, or the frequent trips to the bathroom at night as just an inevitable part of aging. But what if it isn't? What if these are not just signs of passing years, but signals from your body asking for a different kind of support? In traditional Chinese medicine, we see the body not as a machine that wears out, but as a garden that needs tending. When a plant's leaves turn yellow or it fails to thrive, we don't just blame the plant for being old. We check the soil, the water, the sunlight. We look at its environment and its nourishment. Your body is the same. That persistent fatigue, the weakness in your limbs, the feeling of being easily drained, these are often signs that your internal soil has become depleted. It's a sign that your body's foundational energy is not being replenished as quickly as it's being used. And surprisingly, one of the biggest reasons for this, especially after 50, is not that we are doing too much, but that we are nourishing ourselves too little, or in the wrong way. The common advice to eat light can sometimes be misinterpreted, leading us to starve our bodies of the very fuel they need to repair and thrive. Let's explore how we can properly tend to our body's garden. Because true vitality in our later years isn't about fighting age, it's about wisely cultivating our energy. In Chinese medicine, we have two fundamental concepts of energy that are crucial for understanding health as we get older: spleen qi and kidney qi. Think of your spleen qi as your body's kitchen stove. Its job is to take all the food and drink you consume and cook it, transforming it into the energy, or qi, that fuels your every action, from walking and thinking to simply breathing. It also helps build the blood that nourishes your muscles and organs. When this stove is burning brightly, your digestion is strong, you have plenty of energy, your muscles feel firm, and you feel grounded and clear-headed. Now, think of your kidney qi as your body's deep-cycle battery. This isn't the energy you get from your daily meals, this is your ancestral energy, your constitutional reserve that you were born with. It governs growth, development, and the entire aging process. It's the deep well of vitality that supports your bones, your hearing, your memory, and your hormonal balance. As we age, it's natural for this battery to gradually lose some of its charge. Here is where the modern understanding of aging aligns beautifully with this ancient wisdom. Recent scientific studies, including a major 24 review, point to the critical role of nutrition in combating age-related decline. The biggest mistake many people over 50 make is eating too little protein. This directly relates to the condition of sarcopenia, which is the gradual loss of muscle mass. When you don't eat enough protein, especially for breakfast after a long night of fasting, your body needs energy from somewhere. So, it starts to break down your muscles to get it. This makes you weaker, increases your risk of falls, and slows down your metabolism. From a TCM perspective, this is a classic case of a weak spleen stove. When the stove is weak, it can't transform food into good quality qi and blood to build and maintain the muscles. The body then has to dip into the kidney's battery reserves for daily energy, which accelerates the aging process. You're draining your savings account because your daily income isn't enough. This creates a vicious cycle. Low energy leads to a poor appetite, which leads to eating less, which leads to even lower energy and more muscle loss. I once worked with a gentleman in his late 60s. Let's call him Mr. Lee. He came to see me because he felt perpetually exhausted. He used to love his morning walks, but now found himself out of breath after just a few blocks. He had a very healthy diet in his mind: plain rice porridge for breakfast, a simple vegetable soup for lunch, and a small portion of steamed fish and rice for dinner. He avoided meat and oil, thinking it was good for his heart. But his face was pale, his tongue was puffy with teeth marks on the side. A clear sign of spleen qi deficiency, and his limbs felt heavy. He was eating light, but he was starving his body of nourishment. We didn't make drastic changes. We simply enriched his kitchen stove's fuel. We added a soft boiled egg and a handful of walnuts to his morning porridge. We made sure his lunchtime soup included lentils or chunks of chicken. We added roasted sweet potatoes to his dinner. Within a month, the color returned to his face. He reported that his legs felt stronger on his walks. He was still eating simple, easy to digest food, but now it was nutrient dense. It was a perfect example of steady progress through consistent care, simply by giving the stove the right fuel to burn. So how can you start tending to your own internal garden and stoking your digestive fire? It's about adopting simple, consistent habits that build your energy day by day. Here are a few key strategies rooted in TCM wisdom that you can easily incorporate into your life. First, let's focus on strengthening the spleen and stomach. This is your foundation. Think of it as improving the soil of your garden. A strong digestive system can extract the maximum nourishment from the food you eat. You might need this if you often feel bloated after meals, have a poor appetite, experience fatigue, or notice that your stools are often loose. By strengthening your spleen, you are ensuring your body has a steady supply of daily energy. A simple and powerful way to do this is to prioritize warm, cooked foods. Your digestive system is like a pot on a stove. It has to work much harder to warm up cold, raw foods like salads or iced drinks before it can even begin to digest them. This uses up precious energy. Instead, choose comforting foods like vegetable soups, steamed or roasted vegetables, and warm porridges. For an easy home practice, try massaging the ACAS prayer points E, US, and Li, or stomach 36. It's located about 4 finger widths below your kneecap, just to the outside of your shin bone. Gently massage this point on both legs in a circular motion for a few minutes each day. This is famously known as the longevity point for its ability to boost digestive energy. Second, we must nourish the kidney essence. This is about protecting and slowly recharging your body's deep battery. This is especially important if you experience symptoms like a sore lower back, weak knees, frequent urination at night, ringing in the ears, or forgetfulness. These are signs that your deep reserves are running low. We can't stop the battery from draining, but we can slow it down and even charge it. In dietary therapy, black colored foods are believed to correspond with and nourish the kidneys. Think of things like black beans, black sesame seeds, black rice, and walnuts, which look like a little brain and are great for kidney-supported brain function. A simple home practice is to gently rub your lower back with the palms of your hands until the area feels warm. This simple action stimulates the area where the kidneys are located and helps to invigorate their energy. Third, it's vital to nourish blood and calm the mind. In TCM, blood is more than just the red fluid in your veins. It is a dense form of qi that nourishes and moisturizes every cell in your body, and it provides an anchor for your spirit or shun. When blood is deficient, you might have dry skin and hair, brittle nails, a pale complexion, and feel anxious, have trouble falling asleep, or experience heart palpitations. Nourishing blood helps you feel calm, grounded, and rested. To do this, include dark leafy greens like spinach and kale, as well as red colored foods like goji berries, dates, and small amounts of lean red meat if it suits your digestion. A wonderfully calming evening ritual is a warm foot soak. Soaking your feet in warm water with a handful of Epsom salts before bed draws energy downward, away from a busy mind, helping to anchor your spirit and prepare you for a restful sleep. Fourth, a key strategy is to soothe the liver and move qi. The liver in TCM is like the body's general, responsible for the smooth and orderly flow of qi throughout the entire body. Frustrated or repressed, this flow can become stuck or stagnant like a traffic jam. This can lead to irritability, mood swings, tightness in the chest or shoulders, tension, headaches, and sighing. To keep your qi flowing smoothly, gentle movement is key. Simple daily stretching, like rolling your neck and shoulders or practicing gentle arts like Tai Chi or Qigong, can work wonders. Another powerful tool is the ACAS prayer point Tai Chong, or liver 3. It's located on the top of your foot in the webbing between your big toe and second toe. Applying foam pressure here can help release pent-up frustration and get your energy moving freely again. Finally, for those who always feel cold, we need to warm the yang energy. Yang is your body's internal fire, the active, warming and energizing force. It's your metabolic pilot light. If your yang is weak, you might feel a persistent chill, have cold hands and feet, feel lethargic and unmotivated, and prefer warm drinks. To rekindle this internal fire, incorporate warming spices into your cooking. Ginger, cinnamon, and black pepper are excellent choices. Start your day with a warm breakfast and try to get some gentle morning sunlight, which helps to stoke the body's natural yang energy. Avoid cold and raw foods, as these can put out your delicate digestive fire. Persistence is key. These are not overnight fixes, but gentle daily practices that accumulate to build lasting vitality. To make this even more practical, here are routines you can try. First, to strengthen and energize morning porridge. This is designed to be a warm, nourishing hug for your digestive system to start the day. You will need a half cup of rolled oats or rice, a tablespoon of crushed walnuts, a teaspoon of goji berries, and a small pinch of cinnamon. To prepare it, simply cook the oats or rice with water or plant-based milk until soft. In the last few minutes of cooking, stir in the walnuts, goji berries, and cinnamon. It's that easy. The best time to have this is for breakfast, as it provides sustained energy without overburdening your digestion. This is especially helpful for anyone who feels tired in the morning, has a weak appetite, or feels easily bloated. However, if you tend to feel very warm, have a red face, or experience constipation, you might want to leave out the cinnamon, which is quite warming. A good self-check is to notice how you feel an hour after eating it. Do you feel gently energized and satisfied, or heavy and sluggish? Your body will tell you if it's the right fuel for you. Second, a common Nourish evening foot soak. This simple ritual helps to quiet the mind and prepare the body for deep, restorative sleep. All you need is a basin large enough for your feet, warm water, a half cup of Epsom salts, and 3 to 4 thin slices of fresh ginger. Fill the basin with water that is comfortably warm but not scalding. Stir in the Epsom salts until they dissolve and add the ginger slices. Soak your feet for about 15 to 20 minutes, preferably in the hour before you go to bed. This is wonderful for anyone who has trouble sleeping, feels stressed or anxious, or has cold feet. The ginger brings a gentle warmth that helps circulation, and the act of soaking draws energy down from an overactive mind. You should avoid this if you have any open sores or infections on your feet. Always test the water temperature before putting your feet in. The self-check is simple after your soak. Do you feel a sense of calm and relaxation? Does it help you fall asleep more easily? That's the sign it's working for you. One of the most important things to remember on this journey is that what works for your friend or neighbor might not be right for you. It's a common mistake to hear about a superfood or a health trend and adopt it without considering your own unique body. Chinese medicine is built on the principle of individual pattern differentiation. For example, green tea is celebrated for its antioxidants and is wonderful for someone who has a lot of heat in their body. For a person who already feels cold and has weak digestion, someone with a cold constitution, drinking green tea every day can further dampen their digestive fire and make them feel more tired. This is why copying others can often lead to disappointment. Your body has its own unique story and its own specific needs. Your journey to better health is a personal one. It's about listening to your body's subtle signals and learning its language. Every small step you take, whether it's choosing a warm breakfast over a cold one, taking a few minutes to massage your legs, or enjoying a calming foot soak, is a victory. These are acts of deep self-care. I encourage you to share this with someone you care about. So many of us accept fatigue and weakness as a normal part of life when it doesn't have to be. It's a conversation worth having. Have you experienced this feeling of fatigue that isn't just about age? It's more common than you think. If this resonates with you, comment with the word balance, and I'll suggest a simple food combination for your next meal to help you get started. Send this to a friend who often feels tired, so they don't ignore their body's important signals. Tending to your health daily is the greatest act of self-love you can practice.